welcome to this rather different video. Now, I had a request from a subscriber called Hannah over on Instagram, and she has a little pooch, much like Monty. I'm not quite sure what type of dog you've got, Hannah, but anyway, this video is exclusively for you and for anyone else interested in accessories and van life stuff for your dog. So let's jump into the video. The reason Hannah contacted me was because she was interested in the various dog carriers that I have. Now, I've tried quite a few and I've got a few of my favourites here, and one in particular is my very favourite and it's the most comfortable, so we're going to talk about that one at the end of the video. But first, let's talk about carriers in terms of carriers for your dog in the van and also when you're out and about. Now, this one is just your standard frame with the mesh on the sides. It's got two handles and it has actually got a zip top lid, but I always tuck it in at the back because I always keep it open so that Monty can stick his head out of the top. But you can zip it up if you want to go somewhere where they need a bit more privacy, or you just don't want them sticking their heads out. So this one is from Amazon and it's just super simple, and it's got a pocket on the back and it has got a shoulder strap should you want to attach that as well. But again, I don't really use this to actually carry him, but you could. So this is how I carry him when I go to the supermarket. If it's a hot day like today, I will take him in the supermarket in his little carrier, and he is good as gold. Now, because my partner and I have a vehicle each, this one goes in on the front seat when I've got Monty in my van. But if Mel is in the van with me and he's sitting in the passenger seat, then I simply clip this into the floor so it doesn't move around, and then Monty is secure in this little box. He knows the score, he knows that he's safe in it, and I always keep this front section closed so that he can't zoom out if I break or anything, so it's super safe. You can, however, if you just wanted a carrier like this, you can unzip the front and have it open so they can climb in and out whenever they want. And I just put a blanket in, but because it's been super hot, I took the blanket out and he's just sat on the bottom of the tray. This can be removed, and as you can see, you can wipe it and keep it super clean. So that's carrier number one. Again, I don't think it's more than 20 quid, but I will link it down below or something similar if I can find it again. But yeah, great for just a simple carrier. It's also lighter too. Okay, second carrier is this one, which is our favourite. It's by a company called Omork. And the reason why I like this one better is because it's got a smaller zip top that we always keep open. It's got a removable furry lining. It's got a harness strap. It's got a pocket at the back which you can attach the shoulder strap into. Again, I just tuck it out of the way. But you have got D-rings front and back. So this one, if we're going to the beach or something, I'll pop Monty in it and I'll carry him either in the hand, like so, down beside me, or I'll put him crossbody and have him behind me, just if it's difficult terrain or whatever. But the reason why I like this one the most is because on both sides, you can pull the flap down and extend it out, so it's all meshed and vented. And then they have a clever popper system, so you can unpop the internal lining and then spread it out so that they've got the lining, can you see, on the extension, and you can do that both sides. So let me do the other side for you. And unpop again. And I've popped and unpopped this for the last 2.5 years and it hasn't worn out yet. So there you have your extendable carrier. Loads of light, loads of fresh air, vented access, and then this lining, if you want, just take it out completely and there you go, you've got it. I mean, it's a little bit hairy, but you can clean it easily. I just shove that back in and it's good to go. Again, it's got a zip up front, but when we're traveling in the van, generally I keep it open on this one because he's harnessed in. If you didn't harness them in, which I wouldn't recommend, always harness your dog in if you can, because it's safer for them and for you, then I would zip this up. Now again, this one's got high vis on it, so if you were carrying it when it was dark or somewhere where, you know, you can't see very well, then you've got that front and back. So I do really love this one, and it's about the same size as the previous one. I think it's a little bit more expensive, but again, I will link it down below for you. So that's carrier number 2. We'll just for reference show you what they look like side by side. So there we go. That's the more expensive one and the cheaper one. Very similar in size, but as you can see, this one just extends and you've got much more space for them to be in. Take your pick on which one you like. Now we're going to get on to just some accessories and like carriers that you can have on your body. We do have one that is a backpack style with straps that go across, and they basically hang. Monty hangs in the front with his arms and legs free and even his tail. I don't have that on me. I think it's back at my parents' house. I wouldn't recommend this one because I find that because there's no strap connecting the shoulders together, you find that after a while it really sags and they start to slip off your shoulders. So with that in mind, I have stopped using that baby carrier or dog carrier. Again, I'll link it down below, and actually I'll insert a picture of me holding Monty or carrying Monty right here, and you can see and compare what you think. But I've solved it with a new addition that I recently used at the VanLife Festival, and it was so much more comfortable and versatile too. And that is this little guy. It's meant for a baby, but you can use it for a dog. It's by Riley Baby, and it's basically a big long cloth that you can wrap around yourself. There's plenty of videos on YouTube on how to do it, but I can show you a quick demonstration if you like. So you start with the label in front and you go round the middle. And you come up and over your shoulder. And the same again, you come around. You have to have a bit of patience with this, and over, okay? So you're making it like a big kangaroo pouch essentially, and then you come round and you tie it at the back over the shoulder, that's right, and then you go under and under, and then you tie at the front. So that leaves you with this nice pouch at the front. So then what you do is you get your dog and you put him inside this front. You get a little Monty guy and you put him in at the bottom, and then you put him in one side and you tuck him in, and then you tuck him in bottom, and then you tuck him in the other side, and there you have him in a carrier, like so. Super comfortable, breathable, and you can adjust the tension to suit you. I've just done it really loose just to show you, but you get the general idea. You can change how you wrap as well. There's loads of different tutorials on YouTube, so find the one that's most comfortable for you and obviously the size of your little pooch. So I really love this style because it's much more comfortable on you. As you can see, you can tighten it, you can make it work whatever way. And I think I've pretty much butchered this tutorial. It wasn't supposed to be a tutorial, but anyway, I've shown you quickly. So Hannah, if you want something that's comfortable, that if you want to hold your dog for longer than half an hour, this is the way to go. Trust me. The other kind of hangs with them at the front. It's nice for them because they can see out, but for you, it's really not comfortable. The other bed that Monty has is just a simple, fluffy one. It's really small, and that's got waterproof bottom, and this one is mainly used for outside when we're out of the van and we're camping, and like today we're out in the countryside. So I put this down on the ground. He's not going to get cold, the bed's not going to get wet, and it's super small for a Chihuahua. It's actually a cat bed, believe it or not, and you do have the option in the bottom here. It has a heated wheat bag. You can pop it in the microwave and heat it up so that it's nice and warm, and they can lie on it in the center here. And then when you want to wash it, you just unzip it and take that portion out and put it in the washing machine. So again, I'll link something similar down below because this isn't available anymore, but I'll find something similar on eBay down below. Okay, moving on to accessories. Now, when we're in the van and we're traveling, we usually have the side door open, and you know the hook clip that is inside the door. Well, what we do is really simple. We get 2 bungee clips, same length. Got them from Homebase, I think, but again, I'll link something similar down below. So we link them together, so they're super long. They're also really stretchy, so if he pulls against them, they're not going to hurt him, or they're not going to pull anything on the van because they give that bit of stretch. So we put it onto the D-ring here, which is the hook of the door. Put it and attach it to a carabiner that I have on his lead, like so. And then I put the lead obviously on his harness. Now this harness has a D-ring lobster clasp, but it also has a lock on it. So you twist this up and it's no way that it's going to come off. So he's got a super long length from the fan that he can use to roam around. I know he's safe and it's not too far away. If I need to, I can also shorten it. And because I've got the carabiner just on the lead as well, if I didn't want the longer length, I just attach that to the clip and he's just got his normal lead. Now, moving on to the lead, this lead is really clever. It's got like a little D-ring bit, and I always, no matter what day, what we're doing, where we're going, I always have attached a water bowl, which is just a collapsible water bowl, like so. I have his poo bag dispenser, which is from a company called Poppy and Ted. Don't know whether it's going to focus. Is it going to focus on that? Poppy and Ted, there you go. I'll find something similar if you don't want this one. I have a poo bag holder. So you put it through and it holds it until you're ready to go for the bin. Because again, sometimes not all poo bags have tie handles, so you just make a loop in it and a knot and you pop it through here. Again, they're really invaluable once you've got one. And then the final thing is that I have a pencil case, which is just a mesh pencil case. I put it on a carabiner, like a little carabiner, and inside this pouch I have hand sanitizer wipes for me and for Monty's bottom, because if you know little dogs, you pick them up quite often and the last thing you want is poop on your hands and poop on your clothes. So I always wipe his bottom after he's done a poo and pop it in the poo bag, just to save time and to save my clothes and my sanity. Not forgetting also, alongside the wipes, I always carry a bottle of hand sanitizer. So they are always kept in the pouch, little pencil case attached to the lead, and then, ooh, just bash myself in the face. And then everything is on the lead. Again, bonus of having the carabiner on the handle. I click it onto like so, and I sling it around me, and I've got everything on my pouch and by my side, good to go. I've just learnt this over the years. You just need everything all at once and you just grab it and you're good to go. And if I'm really being fastidious, I will also attach a water bottle to that as well. So I just put my keys and my phone in my pocket, and I know everything for Monty, whether it be a hot day or a cold day, I've got everything there. So everything I have for Monty is in this one packing cube, whether it be a toy, a coat, leads, bowls, you name it, everything goes in this. And this is what I carry from van to van, or if I'm going to stay at my parents' or we're traveling around. I know this is Monty's, and when we're not using it, I just hang it up somewhere because it's got a handle on it. So it's like that. Also, because it's got a mesh front, I can check what's inside quickly before grabbing it, and I don't forget anything. So let me just run you through what's in here finally, and then that is the end of the video. So I've got a backup packet of wipes. Got his little teddy, his little ducky. He loves this little guy. I've got 2 bowls for food or water or whatever, because again, I have a set for my van and I have a set for Mel's van. So 4 bowls in total, but again, I know that I've got them to hand whenever I need them. Also, they are collapsible, like so. So there we go, set big ones like that. Also got carabiners on them so they can clip anywhere. Love these things. I don't use traditional dog bowls or cat bowls anymore. I just use these all the time because they're perfect for van life, because you can attach them and take them with you or pop them in a drawer. Now this is Monty's little dog coat. It's got a fleece lining and it's just got Velcro attachments, but it's high vis and it's got a little flap to put the harness through. So super simple and super great. And I will link something similar down below. Again, you can't get these anymore because they were a special, but I'll link something similar below. That's all he needs because it's waterproof on top and warm underneath, and it's the one and only coat he needs, because the amount of times this has saved me when we've been out in the dark and people haven't seen us. They've seen the lead, as you know, because that was high vis, and they've seen the coat. Also when we're at the beach and it's a bit dark, and Chihuahua being nice and pale coloured, can spot him a mile off and I don't lose him. Well, there you have it. That is all of the items that I use for travelling with Monty Boy. It's made my life so much simpler and so much more stress-free. Comment down below if you like any of these ideas, and if you've got any suggestions of what I can add to my van dog routine or dog essentials, then please also let me know down below. Hannah, thank you for the question, and I hope this video answers all of those. Once again, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye everyone.